In this series, we're going to look at measuring. This will be conducted under the Australian and New Zealand Standard of Measuring. This standard is recognised worldwide, but please check your local building code for any differences. We're going to follow a certain project all the way through. Today's video is on plumbing. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and leave comments below. So with the plumbing, it's a very similar situation to the electrical. We wasn't given any specs or plumbing plans. We just need to go by what's given on the floor plan. So there's a few indications that we know there's a toilet, we know there's a hot water cylinder, and we know there's a vanity sink here. We also know there's a kitchen sink. So it's things like that that we can go with. Plus also things that we already know. So we know there's going to be a super tub that goes in here, which we need to apply. We have been given a shower, which we can go with, but we've only been given the size. We've not been given any makes or models. So as we move over to the spreadsheet, we've allowed for the first fix. So the first fix is to supply and install all the in-wall piping, lagging if needs be, if you're in a particular cold area, any junction connections, from the boundary to the building, including any in-slab pipe. So it's any pipe that needs to come up through the slab. In this case, we don't have a slab, but we make an allowance for that in the work because the majority of that is labour rather than the actual materials itself, because the materials is just a duct pipe. So like electrical, if we don't have the information, so we measure that through the size of the building. So it's a 12.35 by 5.25 and gives that total of 64.84 square meters. Now the second fix is measured the same way. This is just predominantly for the labour for fixing the products. We also allow for any minor bits and pieces such as pipe connectors that are going to be required in the second fix. But again, we measure this as per the size of the property. So then we get to break down the actual types of materials and products that we're going to need. Again, this wasn't given to us, so it's just an assumption that we think that we're going to use. So in the bathroom area, so we've gone with a Mondella 750mm vanity sink. So that's this one here. So that's the sink. We also need a waste, so we've put a Kinetic 35mm chrome pop-up basin waste. And that goes in where the plug area is. So we also need a sink mixer for this. So we've gone with the Estelo 40mm Alana all pressure sink mixer. So whilst we're in the bathroom, we also need to do the toilets. So we've allowed for a specific toilet suite. Again, it's something that we've come up with rather than being suggested. And that's just there. So all these items are now just one-offs. So when we finally calculate them, it'll just be one of each. So within the bathroom, we've got a shower. We've allowed for a Stein 900mm by 1.83 meter high chrome Vida square flat shower. Now that includes the wall part, and it also includes the glass part. So it's the complete package as well as the shower tray. So part of the shower, we also need an all-purpose shower mixer, which we're going to keep with the Estelo 40mm all-purpose shower mixer. So we also need to have the shower head with a shower slider. So we're going with the Estelo Universal One Function Shower Slider. So coming out of the bathroom into the bedroom 2, we've got a hot water cylinder here. So we've allowed for a Rheems main pressure 3 kilowatts 180 litre hot water cylinder, and we need to strap these in place so they don't fall away from the wall, because obviously they're full of water. So we've also allowed for a hot water cylinder tray. It's required just in case that hot water cylinder leaks. The water then falls into that tray and it drains away through a drain that's plumbed into that tray. So next we move over to the laundry. We need to supply a super tub. This is going to be the Disco 465 by 540mm compact CT super tub. And then next we move to the kitchen. So we're going to require a sink. So we've gone for the Mondella Certo single bowl with drain and overflow. So this is also going to require a mixer. So we've gone with a Mondella mixer for that. It's just a single mixer suitable for all pressures, and it's going to be chrome, which is indicated in our description. And lastly, we need to look at the exterior tap. So although there's no detail given on what's required, we're going to assume that it's going to need an exterior tap to water the garden, etc. So we've allowed for a 13mm brass lead-free T-handle angled tap, and that's tap and snap. So that allows you to apply a nose to the actual tap as well. So it's just one of those. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and leave comments below. Please stay tuned for future videos on quantity surveying elements.